Hello, good evening. It is Wednesday, and I am in a bit of a panic because I had one of those evenings where I get home from work and it's 5 something, and then I sat and rotted right there. But that's okay. There's still time in the day. So first, I was thinking we should go on a little walk, and then we can sit down and get some writing done. And on the walk, we can chat about kind of progress, what I'm working on. Also, hi. If we haven't met before, I'm Abby. I'm an author of a young adult fantasy novel, The Power of Shadows. I like writing, cozy vibes, and we just hang out here together, get a little writing done, and chat about what's going on. It is incredibly windy today, very classic San Francisco day. There's also the fog out. I am going straight uphill in hopes of giving you guys a view, but let's see how my cardio is, because I definitely have not been running like I used to. Have not been going on walks, so hopefully this isn't too breathy. Oh wow, the fog, let me show you. So here's the deal. I started replotting as I showed in my last vlog. I did a lot of world building that I feel like has really kind of made parts of the plot click that weren't before. Like, I really liked my character interactions, and particularly with my main two characters. I felt like my character depth has been a lot stronger in this book than in my last one. But that being said, I just didn't feel a really strong sense of place. I had a lot of large ideas of what I wanted to say and what I wanted the world to kind of set the story up to do. But I didn't have the concrete implementation of that and the ideas of exactly how that would play out, which led to a lot of kind of vagueness in this story. And for sure in first drafts, I do a lot of placeholders like person name, place X. But I think this did it to a level that kind of detracted from it, where I was just second guessing myself. And the first draft was completed over such a long span of time that it just ended up seeming not super cohesive. So I have my plan of the scenes that I'm going to delete, the scenes that I need to have a heavy rewrite, and the scenes that are kind of okay. And I think the beginning is where most of the work is needed, because as much as I love it, it kind of kept me coming back to writing even through a lot of life change. It's not a really great setup, and I've made a lot of changes to what the story setting is that make the beginning not a great introduction to it. So I have a really fun idea for a new, exciting scene in the beginning. Sorry, there was a really pretty view I just had to show you. But I have a really kind of fun idea for a new beginning scene that I think also really gives the reader a better introduction to the world as a whole, not just the characters' worlds, because the characters are students, which definitely isolates you from a lot. But I think this will give a better grounding to the before, so that when they do enter the break into two and kind of the new world, there is a little bit more understanding of why it's different and what makes it so special. So I'm very excited to try that out. I'm gonna kind of think more about the specifics and then maybe give that a go today. I think it'll make a big difference. Well, I wasn't really planning on going all the way to the top of Twin Peaks, which is the highest point in San Francisco, but I do feel like I'm definitely over halfway there. And it feels like, if I'm already here, might as well just go. It does look a little foggy, but maybe we'll get some views, who knows? On second thought, it's getting dark soon, and the views are pretty enough from here, so I'll just have to show you that another day. But for now, we're gonna venture downhill, which is way harder on my knees than I ever thought it was before I moved to the city. Good news is the wind is gone. Bad news is I picked too many layers, which I always do. The architecture in this city is just so rich. It's very inspiring. There's nothing better at just getting me up and moving and getting out and just telling myself, oh, it'll just be a little walk. Like, I'll just go on the block. And then all of a sudden, I'm all the way up the hill, and I feel great. I was feeling so lethargic after starting the evening, sitting on the couch and rotting on YouTube. And now I feel very inspired looking at all the houses and buildings. It's always like, I wish sometimes, if I were a trust fund kid, I don't know if you ever play this game with yourself, but like, if you didn't really have to make money at all, what would you do? Sometimes I'm like, oh wow, it would be kind of fun just to go and get like an architecture degree, just to have the vocabulary to describe all the fun buildings I want to describe. Because I love like really like crazy architecture in my book. One of my favorite movies growing up was Inception, with the way the architecture bends up and then they're staring at a wall of buildings in that dreamscape. I'll put like a clip here. But yeah, anyways, that, and I'd probably just write. With all the hills in this city, you can really kind of bend your perception, and it fits so well with my work in progress, which has a lot about kind of manipulating the laws of physics and gravity and the like. So, the elephant in the room. I did not write at all last night. After my huge, productive, energizing walk, I came back and I FaceTimed a friend, and then the night ran away from me. Did lots of things, none of which were writing, but it's okay because the guilt of it drove me to do a lot of plotting on the bus this morning. I have a really long commute, like an hour and a half each way, which is unfortunate for many different reasons, but it is fortunate in that I get, uninterrupted time to just focus on things. And often those things are work related. But yesterday, I took back my time and I brought my personal laptop despite the few extra pounds of weight on my shoulder. And I started plotting. And now I made a ton of progress both this morning and then on the afternoon bus as well. And I just got home. I didn't make the mistake of sitting on the couch. I came straight to my writing desk, which we designed together in my last vlog. And let's cue the writing montage, shall we? It has been about an hour, a little less than an hour, and I have made some really good progress. So I had previously plotted out all the scenes, which I'm not normally a plotter, so this is kind of new for me, but I think my pantsing has gotten a little too loosey-goosey and been the reason why I felt a little bit lost. So now I have a general idea for what I want all the scenes to be until the end. And I have kind of marked all the scenes that I'm deleting, heavily editing, or adding in for the beginning as well. And now I feel like I kind of have a complete structure and I'm ready to like really get going. I wonder if this is what plotters always feel like. Like they think through it and then by the time they get to write, it's all clear and they can just kind of go. I have yet to start the writing. One of my friends just finished a big project at work, and so she's finally got some free time, so I'm going to go spend some time with her. And then after that, I'm going to come back and actually start the writing. And hopefully I get that kind of euphoric feeling of all the plotters when they can just kind of start and everything's done, thought through in their head, and they just get to ride the vibes, which is how I've always felt with pantsing, that I just ride the vibes. But maybe this will be better. I don't know. I guess we'll see soon. is now 11:20. That happened quickly. My face is glowy because I have a little face mask on, and I was just going to go to bed after hanging out with my friends and watching a little show with my partner, but I want to get more serious about writing, and so now I'm sitting down and I'm going to do a 15-minute timer and see how many words we can get through. The face mask is washed off, and I wrote 422 words, which included kind of going through and rereading the beginning, and I deleted far more than 422 words. So net is negative, but 400 words. Am I right? I feel like it's the small wins. So it also felt really good, and I'm excited to keep going. So I might take a little bit more time. It's 11:53. Midnight might be a good stopping point. So 7 more minutes. Right now I'm rewriting the first chapter. So I really like the beginning lines and kind of the way they set up the story. It might be a little bit too heavy-handed, but for now I'm keeping those, and I'm just kind of changing where it goes from there, because I'm also changing the subsequent scenes. So I want to set it up. I also am removing an entire character from the beginning because I think it really doesn't fit with this character's personality. I think I kind of had inserted them because that's what you do. There's like the best friend character, especially like from the beginning. I mean, looking at almost all of the arcs of the hero's journey, but like modernized, you have like, oh, this is their best friend from home, and they're gonna leave them, and they might come back. There's just like hundreds of examples I can think of, but I don't think it fits, and I don't think it makes sense here. So I'm rewriting it so she's a bit of a loner, which she is. That's kind of the idea, is that's her character arc. She starts off really independent, and independent, kind of too independent where it's a detriment, and she doesn't rely on anyone, but she can't rely on anyone and can't ask for help. And then the idea is we'll see her character arc and character growth throughout the story. So I think it's better to start with, almost a little, you also probably need a little sympathy for her, because some of my beta readers have given the feedback that she's a little unlikable, which is the goal, I think she reflects back a lot of people's parts of their personality, or just things that they don't like about themselves. So I need to get some early sympathy for her, for people to really want to follow this character. So we're making those changes, and hopefully that will make a difference. It helps. I think my other character is so intensely lovable that it balances out a little bit. But I guess we'll see. So I'm going to write a little bit more and then do kind of a final check-in. Hello. Remember when I said I would write till 12? Yeah, I don't either. Anyways, it's 12:32 now, and I am really getting back into the swing of things. Oh my gosh, I forget how much fun writing is every time I go on a little intentional or not break. And it's been like, how long has it been? Too long since I have got, it been in a regular habit of just getting words on the page. I forget how invigorating it is. Literally one of my favorite things to do. So silly. Anyways, the total word count for the day is like 934 words, which is pretty good, and I am chuffed. I'm pleased. I'm very excited. I feel like it's good in the way that when you first write things, you have so much confidence. Not yet hit the I'm rereading it and these words don't look nearly as nice as when they were first put together kind of phase. So I'm feeling great about it. And with that, I might sign off. I hope you're having a great writing day too. And if you have written something today, yesterday, last year, let me know down in the comments what it is. I would love to hear about your projects and chat about them down below. And if you like this video, then maybe you'll like this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!